Hey parents, wanted to follow up with you regarding the conversation that I hope you've already begun with your children in the topic of biblical sexuality. Now, I know this is a controversial topic and I know that you might not want to have this conversation, but I want to give possibly some helpful things if you haven't talked to your children about sexuality in general. I would suggest for 2 to 5 year olds that you would begin the conversation. So let me just start with that and then we'll move on. And I'll create a few more videos regarding talking to older kids about sexuality and homosexuality specific. So for 2 to 5 year olds, how to talk about sexuality is really the best advice is start reading the Bible with them. So the Bible is your best friend. You read it, start reading Genesis, and show them that God's perspective of sexuality is it's man and woman. God created Adam, he is male. God created Eve, she is female, she is woman. And Adam is man. And that's exactly what God says they are. He says, I have created them in my image. So they are created in God's image. And to distort the body, to distort what God has designed to be the case, is to go against God. So, real life scenario, if you are driving in June through a city, maybe San Francisco, maybe Philadelphia, depending where you are, depending whatever city, and there's a gay parade or there's a rainbow flag, and your 2 year old or your 5 year old. I have a 6 year old, and we've talked about this too, and he saw a rainbow flag next to his karate class. And so he was saying, Dad, what is that? And if you're in a gay parade and you're driving through and sometime in June and you see these people kind of acting as if that they're married, and they say, Mommy, why are those two men holding hands? Or Mommy, why are those two women kissing? And so a response that I would suggest is saying, well, God has designed marriage to be between a man and a woman, and because of sin, people go against God's design. And you want to teach them this concept of design. That's very important. But never, never say that, well, they are gay, and when two boys like each other, then they're gay. Or when two girls like each other, they are lesbians. So don't say that, because a lot of young boys and girls are learning this concept of being friends with boys and being friends with girls. And so if they think, well, I like my friend Johnny, then I must be gay. So don't use the word when two boys like each other, then they're gay, or for girls, if two girls like each other, then they're gay. Rather say these are people who are changing or going against God's design of marriage. So when two boys are calling themselves married, that is against God's design. And don't say they love each other, don't say they like each other, again, because it's gonna mess with their perspective of their own relationships. So what you want to talk about is design first and foremost, and take them to the book of Genesis. And if you have a story Bible, I recommend that. That's a great way to begin talking that conversation with young kids.